For this little tutorial, I'm going to be talking about how I rusted around this factory patch and see what it looks like up close on this Walthers mainline boxcar. For this particular project, I'm going to use some Tamiya flat brown XF10. And I'm also going to use this XF9 Hull red. Got some on the caps, and we're going to zoom in again. I'm going to be using this plastic micro brush handle that I've taken the bristles off of, and you can see that I've been using this for multiple things. So starting out, we're going to do the Hull red. I'm going to just dip the tip in the cap here, and I'm going to start at the bottom. I'm going to use my other hand, and I'm just going to bring that along the underside of this patch. Sometimes there's just enough paint to do this all the way across. Sometimes there is not. It's just a matter of taking your time. Now, this isn't going to be exactly perfect, but that's what rust is. It's not perfect. I'm going to take this cosmetic wedge that I've ripped the corner off of. I'm going to start above the patch, drag straight down, and that is going to give us the blotchy, streaky texture that we're looking for. I'm going to try to zoom in a little bit closer. And that's kind of the effect that we're looking for here. Now that we have the initial spots here of rust, take that same tip, dip it back into the Hull red, and we're going to come across the top. Again, steadying your hand, if need be, like me, with your opposite hand. You're just going to run this across. Now, I got a little bit more of a blotch up here than I had intended, and that's okay because rust is very not predictable and symmetrical. So again, we're going to take that cosmetic wedge, start higher up, steady the car, and then just applying light pressure, drag it down. I'm going to come in here with a little bit more of that Hull red, and I'm just going to go along the sides here because the rust would most likely travel down that edge as the rain and the elements pulled that down. Now, it might not rust all the way around. I'm going to do a little bit heavier on this top corner and pull it down. I'm going to just add a little bit of to this bottom corner and this other side edge. Now it's up to you at this point if you want to drag that down. I'm going to use one of the edges of this to get into the crevice here. I'm just going to blot it down. Okay. But that left a little bit of a void in the center of that spot right there. That's where the flat brown comes in. We're going to take a little bit of flat brown, put it on the edge of our applicator here, and we are just going to gently fill in the center of that void, or any other void if you happen to see one. I see one down here, and I'm just going to add just a touch of this paint. You kind of have to work quickly because the paint does tend to kind of gum up. I'm going to find a cleaner edge that I haven't used, and I'm just going to blot and drag, blot and drag, blot and drag that paint down. And now we have created this rust texture that gives us the effect. As I go and apply powder to this, it will kind of highlight that. I might go and add a few more spots, maybe in the center or down here, maybe make these lines a little bit more. Not quite sure yet, but that is how I did the rusty patch on this Walthers mainline boxcar.